Hey, good morning, guys. Hold on. I'll give you, this was very random. I wanted to do a little live because I know I've been busy. Y'all know a sister be busy a lot. Stop, Riley. Riley, sit down. Stop now. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, little Rai. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna let you guys start coming in, and I'm gonna let you guys start coming in. Oh wow. I wanted to do some morning inspiration before I get out. Hey, the Black Barbie. Hey, Diane. Chocolate. Holiday Tracks. Maddie. Stone. Tyranny. Maddie Stone is reach out to me to let me know what's going on with that. Dr. MD. Lucille. Yam. Joy Loves God. Jerome. Easy Money. I said I would do a little 45-minute live. I changed my name. That ain't work. They might. I bet what they did was they hacked you and blocked you from me. That's what happened. They ended up blocking you from me. They hid my channel from you. Hey, Kevin. So it's that account. She said I was laughing listening to the other video. I'm Riley ain't stopped, but he is gone. Y'all listen. They locked up. I didn't know what was going on because I heard something. I was like, dog, where my dogs at? Because I have to watch them. And then I heard some. I said, I bet they made it. I could hear it way in the back. I said, get up here. What y'all doing? So then they come running. And I'm like, what the hell going on? I'm like, what's going on? Like their butts, like somebody had took super glue, and it was weird to me. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. They were stuck together like those conjoined twins. Their booties were stuck together. And backwards. Like, I mean, they was backwards. I was like, how people get down like that? Backwards. And so because I was like, when she moved, he moved. I said, what the hell going on here? And then I thought about, I was like, oh my God. I seen a video. I was like, I think I saw a video where dogs mate and then they get stuck. Oh my God, I almost passed out. I was like, Lord, I don't know what to do. So then I called my mom. My mom's like, let me call. I got a cousin named Andre. Let me call him and see what to do. And he was like, don't separate them because you'll hurt them. So I started Googling. It was like, don't separate them. I mean, they was just moving around like conjoined twins, just standing there. When she moved, he moved like backwards. I ain't know people could get booty backwards. And he was like, they was like, what's gonna have to happen is they're gonna have to naturally come apart. And then like after an hour, I mean, it was making my flesh crawl so bad because they couldn't. I mean, they went into the dog kennel. They were just standing there. They was she was just leading him. And he was turned backwards. They couldn't. I don't know, y'all. That's amazing. So then, like I said, after an hour, I saw them and they just unhooked. They just unhooked, and he been gone crazy ever since. Like I separate them, and he be crying. He want to jump on her back so bad. He be crying, like I'm having to hold him now. And he be look, he trying. She laying down. He be trying every time. He put a hump in his back. He be ready. And so my mama said, my cousin said, well, it's gonna be some babies for sure this time. He's a brown, he's golden with a little black in him. She's all black. But see, he's one of those toy, what you call one of those toy Yorkies, and she's a regular size Yorkie. They're full blooded though. I put him in his cage, he be crying. He ain't never did that before. He's always really well mannered, but he in heat, or maybe she in heat. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this with my Remy, because I looked up and she stood up. He was behind her and she stood up and put an arch in her back and laid her head down, had her booty sticking up. I said, I can't believe this is going on. My little Remy is giving it up. I can't stand to see it happen. She been laying around today though. He gone. He been crying because he want a mate. My mom said you need to go and let those dogs mate. I said it's just I'm scared they're gonna. It's something about it. Like I just they're. I don't know. I was gonna tell y'all, one of my daughters said, my oldest daughter, that's she got all the mouth. My oldest daughter gonna say, Mama, that's natural. Just because you ain't getting none, you shouldn't try to stop those dogs from getting none. Oh my Lord. Maddie says when you leave, they're gonna get it in. I was putting them in the same cage. Um, oh, I ain't able to do that now. Oh, my oldest daughter, Lord have mercy. Anyways, y'all, that's what that is. But she been lazy. So, so Marco had told me like when they start throwing up, when she starts throwing up clear stuff, that means that she's pregnant, and she been gagging like she want to throw up. Like she wants to throw up. Y'all, four. I wonder how many she can have at one time. So I'm gonna have to take her to the vet, and I hear that a C-section she's a little dog. I don't want to take no risk on nothing happening to her having birth, giving birth. So I'm definitely gonna. They say a C-section is 1,000. I said, Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, Lord Jesus Christ. Um, but if she's pregnant, I guess they'll come around April. But I'm gonna take her to the vet, and I gotta put some insurance on her. What's up, street politics? What's up, natural born queen? Jerome. Hmm. Yeah, I felt an inspiration today. I'm about to be a grandma all over again. Cause I'm already a grandma. My daughter, the one that's told me I ain't getting none, so I shouldn't try to stop the dogs from getting none. She got a baby. Hey, Vanessa. Y'all, Vanessa got a podcast coming. So when Vanessa podcast, um, Vanessa, you want to come up and talk about your podcast in a minute? About time I couldn't find you. I know, right? I I be liking for people to do well. I'm gonna tell y'all something about me. I don't have a covetousness spirit. I don't have a covetousness spirit where I don't like to see people do well. I'm not jealous hearted. I mean, I be feeling like hell if some people don't want people to do better than them. We'll let them eat. They can't do better than me. That's folks like that. When they have that spirit, yeah, these vloggers, we let them eat. Yeah, but we'll do this to their page. Them be the ones that be doing dirt. So you have to, okay. I don't like for people to do stuff like that. I can't stand people like that as if they running something. It makes me mad. Okay. It makes me real angry. Right. So I always feel like if somebody do better than me, hell, shit, as much as I got going on, I be wanting folks to do better than me. Maybe they can open some doors, and they can extend that door to me, okay, where they'll extend that olive branch, and I can be able to walk through that same door. Here, friend, I paved the way, because sometimes you be kicking in doors, you be tired as hell. But when somebody else do it, because they're able to do it, they go, I'm gonna extend that olive branch to you. I want you to meet this person. That'd be even better. But see, the problem is, people get jealous when people move ahead of them. Sometimes it's good, because sometimes those people are able to get in contact with people or mingle with people that you mesh with, that can open up major doors. See, for me, I understand, like, I'm people don't believe it, I'm not a people's person. I'm very shy and reserved. People don't believe it because I be on here and they get me mad and I be cussing and stuff. I always cuss folks out, but I'm real quiet and reserved. Okay, and shy. So, when I people that, yeah, people don't believe it. I am. I don't deal with a lot of people. I would like to. When I've tried to do that, they've cut me in my back. I've had folks to cut me in my back, you know. Um, but like I said, I felt an inspiration, as it relates to, hold on, y'all. I felt an inspiration, okay? I wanted I wanted to talk about, I would like for people to keep going even when it don't look good, even when there have been betrayals and stuff. When I talk about betrayals, okay, and I know y'all might hear me talk about betrayals. I get a little sentimental when I talk about betrayals because I'm a very loyal person, right? And as I was just saying, when people are that's not being naive, that's just being the way that a person should be. I'm very confident in what I have going on, so I don't have to be jealous when somebody else have something going on. And so oftentimes what happens is people allow betrayals to take them off of balance, and it can, especially when you've been riding with a person and you've had good intentions for a person, and then it seemed like that they just switch up on you. They didn't switch up on you, they was just never riding with you anyways. And see, I think that's what people need to understand. And sometimes I think, they go, well, I can't forgive that person. A lot of times you really have forgiven that person, you just haven't forgiven yourself. So when people switch up on you, when you have things that happen to you in your life and you've been riding with people, you've helped people with the right intentions. You mess with them the long way. Okay. And you had the right intentions, because oftentimes I see, girls and guys, they'll get with somebody and it ain't the right intentions. They might get with them when they ain't got nothing, but they see potential in them. And they'll say, well, I want to be here with her when they come up. Nigga, I was with you when you ain't had nothing. Bitch, you knew I had potential. That's what you got with me for, because you knew I had the potential to come up. You didn't have nothing other than sex to contribute to it, right? And so people, I call those slickers. Okay. I call those slickers. They'll get with you when they see you got potential, ain't really with you, just want to be in your presence in case you come up so that they can throw it in your face. I was with you when you didn't have none. Yeah, but you didn't contribute to nothing. And you knew I could come up, right? You knew I could, because you knew I had the potential and the talents to come up. But what you have to do is you have to forgive yourself. Yeah, they're hypocrites. What you have to do is forgive yourself when you feel like that you've rocked with people the long way. Okay. And then they switch up on you. I had a cousin, and she's an older cousin who, like, for a couple years she went back and forwards. She met this guy. I don't even know. He was ugly and he ain't had nothing. Okay, but when he got with her, for some reason, I don't know why, she always felt like she needed to take care of men. I don't know where she get it from. I don't know where she got that from, but she just always felt like she wanted to make them comfortable. They didn't have to do nothing. If you have them to do this, I don't know why she felt like, I mean, you could spoil a man. Hey, big L dog, and without being a damn fool. Okay, like on birthdays and stuff like that. She was a fool. And so he didn't have nothing. And so when he got with her, he ended up going through the fire academy. And firemen make a lot of money. They make quite a bit of money. She was with him for several years. He went through the fire academy, and she was a hustler. And then after he went through the fire academy, I guess his ugly ass became prestigious. And he told her, he didn't want to be with her no more. You out there hustling, but as long as she was paying all the bills, you bird eye bitch, you didn't have no issues with it. But when he became a fireman, he switched up on her. Right? She shouldn't have did it. I blame her for that too. And so it bothered her every time she would talk about it. It bothered her for years, right? It did. It bothered her for years. I was with him when he didn't have nothing. He didn't have no money to pay no rent. When I met him, he was working at a car wash, washing cars and this, and that. And I was the one that encouraged him to go through the fire academy. And so he came up, he got him another woman, but went and had a baby and everything. But everything, like when she gave it up, right, when she finally gave it up, she let him use her some more, and in case he had a change of heart and some more stuff. And anyway, she finally opened her eyes. Okay. And once she opened her eyes and gave it up, it seemed like bad things started to happen to him. That girl that he went and had that baby with, she started messing with him on his job. With the city, you can't have domestic violence situations going on. I think he lost his job a couple times, and he ended up EEOC ended up getting him his job back and some more stuff. He became an alcoholic and some more stuff. So you reap what you sow. And so that's why I say, learn to, when you feel like that you've been done wrong or something, learn to forgive yourself. Right. Um, that's right. You can't build nobody. My grandma used to say, don't ever buy a man no shoes, because he'll leave you with the same ones you bought him and go take another woman out. Okay. So that's why I ain't never bought no shoes. I listened to I remember that. I listened to that child. Okay. And the name ain't work. Okay. And so learn to forgive yourself and move on, whether it's a man or a woman, because men have women, okay, to do the exact same thing to them, right? I have a friend named, I was going to say the police officer's name, but I'm not going to say it because his name has been mentioned in this case. He in Young Dog's case, he had a wife that that he picked up, she went to nursing school. He was in the service, used his service money or whatever he got from the service to go through school. And then once she got on her feet, okay, she left him. Right. And so, like I said, what you have to do is learn to forgive yourself and move on, because as long as you keep those battles and stuff in your head about, I did this, I did that, just say, hey, you know what? It was what it was. If that person had bad intentions, they didn't do it right. Hey, it'll come back on them. But we keep ourselves in these prisons and we can't move on, right? You really just have to let stuff go and move on so that you can move on to your next chapter. That's the reason why I do a whole lot of stuff. I love when I'm starting new chapters as it relates to anything. That's the reason why I journal. It helps to keep me balanced. Like when I can look at how far I came from last year, and it helps me to put stuff into perspectives. Like I have notebooks, and I like to write down the date and time and how I was feeling like 2 years ago. That's what helped me to get rid of a dude that I was dating, because I journaled so much. And I was looking at my journals, and I would go back, and it made me feel good when I would write down, I want to do this, this, and that. And then I could go back and look at, oh my God, I did that. And I wrote that down, this date and time. And I was dating this dude, okay, some years back. Okay. And I looked at my journal, and it was the next year. And I remember it was around May of some time. And I wrote down some things he had said and did and how it made me feel. And I wrote in my journal, as I write this right now, tears are flowing down my face. And so that's why it's good to write, because it made me remember, like the very next year, when I looked at that, and I guess I had forgiven him or something like that. We had gotten back together, and we was having issues again. I said, this motherfucker made me feel this way. And then now he doing some of the same stuff. It's over. And I quit his ass. He couldn't take it, but I did it. Okay. So that's why I say it's good to let stuff go and move on. Hey, if you feel like somebody used you, take that. Take it. Take that. That's the reason why I always say, you know what, when I'm ready to drop something, you know what, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that, because it's time to move on. It's time to start another chapter. You hold yourself back when you're consistently looking back over your shoulders, when you're looking to see if the person has gotten their payback. My grandmother and my great aunts used to always say they ain't gonna get their payback as long as you waiting for them to get it. You gotta truly release it and let it go. Like when I was going through stuff on here, and my mother still gets up at 5, because I'm still going through it, right? Because they still doing stuff. My mother was getting up. My mother still gets up at 5 a.m. and go before the throne of grace, right? And so, and petition God at the. She said, I got to petition God at the throne of grace about these devils that want to forfeit your destiny. They can't do it. And so she always says to me, God, I've put the stuff into the atmosphere. We've come together into agreement and started praying. Y'all know my mother is a minister. She said, but it ain't can't nothing manifest as long as you keep putting your hands in it. As long as you keep going back, picking it up. You got to put it down, because we've already put the prayers in the atmosphere, right? And so that's what we got to do. We got to put it down, walk away from it, not look back at it, and let God be God. Okay. I don't know. I know I got a whole lot of. I guess I just got a whole lot of stuff boggled up inside of me, and it's because I've been seeing the manifestations of God. Y'all know I was on here day and night, but I've been seeing the manifestations of God. When you truly put stuff down and let it go. Yeah, he didn't do me right. No, she didn't do me right. Hey, I'm hurt. Admit it. I'm hurt. You don't let them see you cry or sweat. You let them see you be successful. Okay, you step your game up, and it ain't about them, it's about you. Because you benefit from that success. Yeah, I'm gonna show them every time I get suspicious about folks every time I see them posting something on Facebook. Look at me. That's a mother sucker. Ain't got nothing going on. Okay, they really flogging. Okay, because a lot of people when they on they get back, okay, they hustle really in silence. Okay, And then you might hear them passively speak about it. Oh, well, I do this, I do that, right? I do this, I do that, and then they winning in silence. Okay? Because really the best give back, the best lick back is not, as I posted the other day, is not, especially when you know you had good intentions for a person and they ain't do you right, is never allowing them to have access to you again. Can we be friends? No, that's access to me. We can't be friends. I ain't got nothing against you. I don't want to be your friend. I don't be friends with people that didn't treat me right. Okay, you wanted to try and con me. We can't be friends. Whether it's male or female, and it could be platonic friends or whatever. No, we can't be friends. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't have no issues with you, but I don't want your energy in my life. And I think that's the issue. Sometimes when we'll say we got rid of people, but we still dance with the devil. We kind of dance with that energy. Well, we friends, we still talk from time to time. Now you have to completely delete access to people. There are some people I deleted their phone. I don't remember no damn phone numbers, anyways. Lord, help me for it, because other than my mamas and my sisters and one of my daughters, one of my daughters get her phone number changed every other week because her and her boyfriend called themselves been and broke up, and then he had the same damn number. I can't remember her numbers, right? So I have to call one of my other daughters to get her number. But but you know, what you have to do is you have to delete access to him. Now we can't be friends. I'm not dancing with the devil. I don't want your energy in my life at all. It's over. And here's the thing. A lot of times you're the blessing. Because see, when you completely delete access, it gives people the opportunity to realize, dog, that was a good friend for real. And I can't never have access. I used to have somebody try to make me feel guilty all the time. You ain't no forgiving person. I said, I forgive you. You just ain't getting back in. Because I know I'm a good friend. You know how I know I'm a good one? I'm a rider. I've had people, I was thinking about this the other day. And I said, even when I worked for the police departments, right? When I was working for the police chief, okay, that's the top person, and I was working in his office, I would have people to try to get close to me because everybody wanted access to the police chief, right? And so I had to be very meticulous about that, right? And I started thinking about, I was like, I've never in my life, with me being, okay, the type of person I am, when people are my friends, I don't give them access to the people that are in my inner circle, because oftentimes that people try to get to you through the people that you know. That's how folks get backdoored all the time. And so what would happen is, like, if I had a friendship with somebody, then people would start showing folks that attention. You friends with Tamara? Don't she work for the chief? Do she be telling you something? And so you have to be very meticulous about that, because oftentimes, instead of folks saying, no, that's my friend, she don't tell me no, don't ask me nothing about my friend, they start enjoying the attention. You have to be careful about that. You friends with such and such. So then they'll start enjoying the attention and dancing with the devil. And as a result, sometimes they'll open that door, even if they ain't trying to give people access to you. That's how folks get cut off, whether they were trying to do it or not. You already know that person wouldn't have even been dealing with you if they didn't know that you was my friend. You don't dance with the devil. And I'm very meticulous about that. You protect me the way that I protect you, or else it's over. I don't want your friendship. I don't want you in my life. You ain't been my friend in all this time, but you know that I'm friends with Joy Loves God. Okay. And this is as an example. I'm friends with Joy Loves God, and now all of a sudden you can't get to her because she ain't gonna fool with you. But we're close, so you want to try to dance with me, and I'm because some people they love that attention. They'll do it. They'll talk. Such and such trying to talk to me. Such and such came talking to me. They start enjoying that attention instead of cutting it at his knees. That's the reason why I don't have a lot of people around me. You got to protect me. Just like I protect you, I protect my friends and my loved ones, and I ride. Hey, I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but I'm a good friend to have on your team, bitch, because I'm a rider. I'm a rider for real. For real. I ain't fake. I ain't duplicating nobody's energy. I ain't saying this because I heard somebody else say it. I'm a rider for real. And that's the reason why I can't deal with you when you cut me. It hurts. I can't deal with you no more. You just lost a good one. Okay? But what you have to do is, because I've gotten people jobs. That hurt me so bad. I've gotten people jobs and they cut me in my back. Well, they only gave her that position, that high position, cause her daddy. Motherfucker, you wouldn't even got the interview. But because of my compassionate heart, I said, well, this person would never get a job with the county. What I'm gonna start doing, or with the government, the county or the city. So what I'm gonna start doing is I'm going to start opening doors for those, because it has been like nepotism going on. I'm gonna start opening doors for all those people that they wouldn't give an interview to. So we would have applications to come through, and because it was so much nepotism, they already knew who they was looking for. And I was like, it's 200 applications. We'll pick out the best and interview 200 people. And it ain't necessarily that they got to have the experience. Let's look at the attitude and the personality. And so it made me feel so good when people would say, I ain't got the experience, but just give me a chance. I got kids. I can do it. Whatever it is, I can do it. I promise I could do it. And I'm just happy to have this interview. And I'm saying, that's somebody that we can have. Oh, but that person got the experience. Yeah, but this person got the attitude. Okay. They can adapt in this environment, right? Because oftentimes people have the experience and they be hell on wheels. They messy and everything else. And that's what it was about, opening doors. I've always been that type of person. Right. So I understand why when I get on the internet, the devil tried to attack me. The devil can see in any of us stuff that we can't see in ourselves. A lot of times we be so deep into trying to win. It's like, I'm doing this, I'm trying to win. And you go, but why folks coming at me? I ain't even where I want to be. A lot of people say I ain't even got nothing. Why they battling me? Because they see that greatness, they see your potential. They see what you can't see. You so much in the fight. You in the rat race trying to win. You don't even realize how great you are. That devil sitting back analyzing. You can tell you shit about yourself that you ain't even recognized. And they go, we got to kill them because they're going to arrive. They're going to arrive. We got to kill them before they arrive. Because guess what? If they ever get a foothold, they're going to surpass me. They know they've already got it superficially. I ain't buying no views. Okay. So they already know if you get a foothold, you're going to pass them realistically, not superficially, because you ain't going to even have to buy no views. You ain't going to have to do nothing. You'll be able to walk in those doors because of your character, that they'll look at them and lock the door. Okay. So that's why I say, forgive yourself and know that when people start seeing attacks, when they start getting attacked, they feel like that they're not on the right road. Oh, I gotta be on the wrong road. Now you on the right road, really. More than likely, you're on the right road. Okay. Because there's always opposition when there is some greatness. Okay. When there's opposition, it just means that some stuff got to fall off, right? You start going through turmoil and stuff because I was always the type, when somebody helped me, I was like, ooh, this person helped me. I got to take this person. No, I can't forget about that person. No, but this person helped me. And my dad used to say, you got to let them fall off. And I would say, but Dad, we can't do that. They helped me. That person did what they were supposed to do. You showed your gratitude to them. Listen, if it ever comes back around again, don't forget them. But it don't mean you're supposed to carry them with you. Everybody can't go. Right? And so when you start having opposition and turmoil, it's because God is giving you the opportunity to see, well, hey, you know what? This person ain't supposed to be with me. Sometimes you'll forfeit your own blessings because you're determined to take a person with you on the next level that ain't even worthy. And God ain't gonna bless you just so somebody who ain't supposed to be there with you anyways can forfeit it. That you can get into that door and then they'll have folks looking at you crazy and they'll turn around and put you back up out of it because they was never supposed to be with you anyways, right? So when you start seeing opposition, it means you're on the right road oftentimes, okay? Because if you praying, if you meditating, even if you're on the wrong road, God will give you a detour. Sometimes you got to have detours anyways for God to hide you from the enemy. The devil is so evil. They've gotten to a point now when they know they can't stop. They know they can't stop your gifts because God says the gifts come without repentance. So that was given to you by God. They'll try and kill you. Look at what they did to young Dolph. We can't stop them. So we'll kill you. I never thought you got men trying to kill women. You know they're a bunch of damn sissies because they want to be in competition with them. She's greater than me. Okay. So God will give you there'll be a detour in the road, and God will put you on another road that you're unfamiliar with all the time. You're gonna get to the same destination, right? To hide you from the enemy until he slay Goliath. Okay. And he says, this demon you will see no more. By the time you make it to the finish line, they say, have you heard? No, have you heard what? Such and such was killed. He says, this demon you will see no more. So when you get there, they can't be messing with you and trying to make you forfeit it. Some people are in their graves because they refuse to leave a chosen person alone. They could still be alive now if they had just left them alone. No, I just gotta. I'm a F with them. They go out. They gonna go. They gonna surpass me. It was predestined for them to surpass you. What are you talking about? Get on your journey and rise in that. No, we're gonna do something to them. And before you know it, they done had on their way to try and kill you. They had a damn car wreck and dead. Okay. So learn, as I always say, learn to trust the process, forgive yourself, and move on. When you start, Riley, I see you. Get over here. I see what you're doing. You jumped on her back. Now I'm gonna put you in your house. Okay? Whew, Riley getting on my nerve. But learn to trust the process. Okay? Understand when there are detours if you really spiritual. And you start seeing the opposition and it seems like that you have gotten off of the right road and you go, dog, it's all these detours. You'll start praising God because you'll say, God is hiding me from the enemy. By the time you make it to the destination, if you think about the enemy again, folks will be saying, oh, have you heard about such and such? Girl, somebody took them out. Wow, they couldn't leave an anointed person alone. Okay. And I understand that it's a spiritual battle and it's a spiritual warfare that we deal in, and we wrestle not against flesh and blood, okay, but spiritual darkness in high places. A lot of people allow those demons to use them, right? They're infiltrated, okay. And so I think about, when the demon said, John, they say John and Paul I know, Jesus and Paul I know, but who are you? Right? And so the demons will, that's the reason why I say you can't dance with certain people because them demons will whoop you raggedy. Why do you think I always say that I don't have a first floor mentality? And I definitely can't go down to the basement. That's why when I get real mad at people, my blood pressure start going up. And then I notice when it's going up. And then I say, I got to back up out of this because I don't have a basement mentality. There are some places that you just can't dwell People want you. They got a sewer mentality. They came straight up out the sewer. So they try to lure you into the sewer. I can't get in no sewer. I don't like the way it smells. Some people, you can look at them and tell spiritually they got a stink on them. They just evil. They got a sewer mentality and they got a first floor mentality. I always took the elevator to the top floor. I don't reside on the first floor. So that's why they try to keep you in the basement or on the first floor, because that's where they dwell at. You can't whoop nobody in their territory. They lure you into their territory so they can whoop you raggedy. You'll never win in the sewer. You'll be trying to get out. And so that's the reason why you have to be very meticulous about when you start getting pulled in to certain stuff. When folks say, I'll go to battle with anybody. No, you can't go to battle with anybody. That's what they want. That mentally, that's what they want. They want a person like that. Yeah, because they already know. I lived in the sewer my whole life. I stay funky. It ain't nothing good about me. I'm disgusting. I'm good for nothing. I eat shit for dinner. Okay? I eat shit for dinner. I shit and then I eat it. So yeah, come on down here in the sewer with me. You get the smell in that funk. You can't dwell in that. Especially when you got a light on you. You can't dwell in it. They be wanting to put your light out because they dwell in darkness. Okay? And once they put your light out, you can't see. And they whoop you raggedy. They live in darkness. So they got dark eyes. They can see in the dark. You can't, because you're a light. And so that's the reason why I do spiritual meditating and stuff, child. I've been, I'm back in the gym. I told y'all a few months ago, I said, I'm going to go ahead and get back in my kickboxing class. I done got on back in it. Okay. That helps me to deal with my stress level, keep my pressure down too. Right. Because I can't let darkness, I don't even want that energy around me. So that's why when I start seeing people and they exude some type of darkness, they feel like, but this, and that, and she didn't want, she act like this on her channel. I've seen some type of darkness with you. I can't dwell in those atmospheres when I'm on a journey. None of us can. When we're on a journey, we cannot afford for chaos and darkness, right, to dwell around us. We can't. Right. And so that's why I know this was loaded. That's the reason why I always say trust the process. If somebody has used you, they're going to get it back. They'll get it back. But forgive yourself. Because oftentimes we'll say, I can't forgive them. You probably can forgive them. You ain't going to say it, but low key, you haven't forgiven yourself. That's why you always hear people say, oh, I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have did that. Now you did what you should have did. You just did it for the wrong person. They mishandled that. They mishandled you, and they're going to deal with that. They're going to get it back. Right? Because, see, I'm going to tell you something about when you start planting seeds. That's it, but they living off of what I planted, my ideas. God gave you those ideas. They might be able to start with it, but they can't finish with it. They can't finish. Because God didn't give it to them. God gave them the blessing to help it to flourish. And they tried to hijack it, as most people do when they're selfish and self-centered. And then what they did was that seed that was planted, they pulled it up prematurely. It can't even grow no more because you the seed. So that's the reason why I say just keep going. Let it go and move on. Don't keep looking back to see if they've gotten their payback. Keep looking forward. It ain't nothing for you in the back of you. You've already accomplished what's in the back of you. You've already passed that. You need to start keep looking forward. Okay? Keep looking forward and use your mind to create your future. Okay? And then after a while, when you start seeing little Cookie, what's her name? Little Bonquisha, who you were so in love with because she knew how to get it popping in bed. So, I mean, that was superficial anyways. Okay. or when you seeing little baby, okay? You at the gas station and Bonquisha walk up to you in a year or so because you done left that shit in the past, okay, and dropped it and let it start. What's going on? What's going on, Charles? Do I know you? I'm Bonquisha. Okay. Oh my God, Bonquisha, that's little baby. Damn, yeah, you done forgot about him. You was messed up about him last year, but you trusted the process. You done forgot about him. Then you get in your car and you get to speaking in tongues and thanking God because you don't even recognize them. They look so bad. Even though they tried to hijack your idea, they weren't able to finish it because God didn't give it to them. So that's why you have to be careful about mishandling people that God put in your life because oftentimes they are a seed. And that's the reason why a lot of people's growth is stagnant because I ain't getting ready to share this with them. Oh yeah, I done got out of she. They done told me how to start it. Motherfucker, you can't finish it because if you had the mind to do it, you could have started it. And that's the reason why a lot of people stagnant. They always trying to hijack and run off with some stuff, and they don't do it right. Okay? They didn't do it right. They don't do stuff right. But all you need to do is keep going. Just keep going. Keep going. Boss up for real. Our boss is up. Okay? I be tired as hell when I get on here. Folks say you forgetful. I forget, but I don't forget how to count. Did you remember you said that what cases, what case number is that? What did they make their deposit? Because that's all I see. Cuz we in jail. Cuz how much your bond? 30,000. I'm on my way. You gonna need 3. We got it, cuz my friend in jail. How much is bond? 75,000. I'm on my way. He needs 7,500. When I walk up in there, they need to count out that money. Okay. Our boss is up. And I move on. I don't say I don't be hurt. Cause when I open my inner gate to people, it hurts me when they stab at me. Because I share with the people that I love. I don't let them use me. I be wanting to see them. I got a winner's mind. My dad taught me business. I got a lot of connections. That's why I can write grants. I went and got certified because I knew the people that can make it shake. Okay? I be trying to help the people I love and that's sincere. But people don't do it right. So what you have to do is I don't be wanting nothing back. Just treat me right. Don't think you using me. You didn't use me. I got a good heart. God used me to help you and you forfeited it. And now you're stagnant. Okay? And now you're stagnant. So don't worry about people. Don't even wait for them to get their get back. They really already getting it when they lost you. Because as time go on, they're going to understand that you was the seed that God planted for them. And they yanked it up trying to hijack you. And they stopped the growth of the seed. As my dad used to always say, Lord Jesus, I miss my dad. Hey. When I used to, Dad, they did this. Y'all know I'm emotional because I'm spoiled. Dad, I cries about everything. Y'all wouldn't know it. Dad, they did this. They did that. I mean, I would be hollering and crying. He said, Gal, stop. Stop. Don't worry about it. You ought to be glad. Because guess what? This was his favorite word. They made they move too quick. What you talking about? They made they move too quick. You already know what they doing before they could finish. Now you in control. You know what to do. They made they move too quick. And then everything would crumble. Right? The chief one of the chiefs that I used to work for used to always say, you already won half the battle when you know what a person doing. He used to always say, see, when you don't know what they doing to you, that's when you're in trouble, when you don't know about it. But when you know what they doing, don't say nothing. Now, you be quiet. Because you already won half the battle when you know. Because you're in a position to stop it. Okay? You're in a position to do some things. Okay? You're in a position to do some things. So always remember that when you know what a person doing, don't freak out. When you find out what they doing to you, you already done won half the battle. Now they in a bad position because they don't know what you know. Right? You can make all the plays on the chessboard. The first thing people do is when they start finding out about stuff. Hold on, yeah, I got a cold. Okay, is they'll start throwing stuff out there, letting folks know. When I start throwing stuff out there, trust me, ain't no damn fool. I've been trained real well. They'll say, "You showing your hand?" Nah, I put enough out there to let some folks know some stuff. Trust me. And if I tell them something, it's because we making another move. Even having that damn phone hacked ain't doing nothing but getting that's wiretapping, bitch. You going to jail, hoe. Sprung and all. You and that motherfucker that's doing the tapping. Okay. I can put that out there because it's true. Okay. Um, but you own the whole chessboard because people think they got you fooled. In actuality, you got them fooled. That yeah, I got them. They don't know about what I'm doing all the time. You done found out. And you making moves, right? Or making them think that they running the chessboard, but you really the one running the play, motherfucker. Right? And you can wipe them out. It didn't work out. Oh man, I'm sorry that didn't work out. Dog, I thought we was in this the whole time. You figured out that them Negroes weren't right, and you made the play and you wiped them out. So don't worry about it when people think that they've gotten over on you, have done you wrong or whatever. They want to try to hijack your energy, your ideas. It don't matter. You was a seed. Just keep moving forward. God gave you the gifts. Don't worry about nobody else. That's between them and whatever God they serve. And if God says that I'm a God of vengeance, and whatever man sow it, that's what they're gonna reap. They're gonna reap, but they reap in their time. You don't need to put your hands in trying to make it happen. You do what is necessary if they violate you and keep moving forward. Keep meditating, keep moving forward. Don't dance with the devil. I'm not big about people coming back into my life, especially when I've loved them a lot. They can't come back. You would hurt somebody that loves you, whether it was a friendship or a personal relationship. That's why I don't take ex-boyfriends back. Because if I was getting into bed with them, I loved them, right? I felt something for them, had good intentions for him, and wanted to see him win. So you don't get a second chance and you put a knife in my back. You don't get a chance to come back into my life and finish twisting that knife in my back. If you could hurt a person that loves you, you would do anything. No, you ain't welcome back. And that ain't being bitter. That's being smart, right? So trust the process. Forgive yourself. Stop talking about, well, I just, hey, OG Snake Spot, I was thinking about you yesterday. I don't know why, but you came to my mind. Um, Trust the process. Stop saying, well, I need to forgive them. Now forgive yourself. Forgive yourself first. Because people ain't gonna say that they because when you start saying I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did that, that means you really haven't forgiven yourself. You just ain't spoke it out. Forgive yourself. Once you forgive yourself, you can forgive them and push forward. Boss up and be great. Remember to meditate. Remember to pray. Get some praying warriors around. Y'all get to think about some of these devils on here. If they knew the type of praying warriors that I had around me, they wouldn't even bother me. It's some people that you just can't mess with. If they knew the type of praying warriors that some of these folks had around them, they wouldn't even mention their names. Okay. Kenny said, bye, headed to the casino. Bye, Kenny. Kenny, stay going to the casino. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Whew. Stop doing things. I had to blow my nose, y'all. Stop doing things to impress other people, okay? Because folks will go and spend every damn thing, every damn dime they got to try to impress people that don't even like them. You know, when I was thinking about, my cousin said to me one day, somebody had said something about me. I don't know why folks don't like me, because I'm a real good-hearted person, okay? But but I calls them out. People don't like to be called out. And she said, somebody was saying something. I'm not gonna even get too much into that, because my cousin, cool with that person. And I told her, I said, I don't know why they went and did that to show me something, because I don't even like them. They could have kept their money. I don't even like them. So people are spending money to impress people and get on social media, try to impress folks that don't even like them. They're going broke for that. Boss up for yourself and your lineage, your children. Build something for your generations. Right? Stop trying to impress other people, because that's neither here nor there. There's a lot of them people you trying to impress. I don't mean no harm. They probably couldn't care if you lived or died. And when you're doing it, when you're projecting that type of energy, it don't do nothing. You stay disappointed, because they're not gonna, if they don't show you no emotion, all you doing is constantly spending, trying to get some type of reaction, and they still ain't gonna show you no emotion, because they don't give a damn about you. Okay? Do something for yourself and your children. Boss up for real for yourself. Leave something behind for your children. Because, see, I'm going to tell you something. What we do ain't about us. I hate that we're so selfish now. What we do ain't about us, right? It's about it's about our generations behind us. Okay, my mother's real father, okay, passed away recently. And I knew my granddaddy, right? I knew him. You know, we was I knew him. He started calling, talking to my mother in her older age. Okay. And so my mom said one day he called her and asked her, for her social security number and some more stuff. So I wasn't thinking about it. I gave it to him, because I knew he was doing it for a reason, even though this was, because my grandmother's husband, that's who we considered our grandfather, right? And so, and we considered him too. He just started coming into my mother's life um in her older age, right? And so he passed away unexpectedly not too long ago. And it was hurtful, because I knew him growing up. He just wasn't around, but I knew him. And so come to find out, because my mom had other siblings and stuff that she just met and all of that with him. And come to find out, my mother is so passive. We was like, well, why don't you see? Well, no, I feel like if I was left something, that she just real passive like that. I don't want to bother nobody. I don't want them to think I want nothing. We different. Okay. So, anyways, my mother is that type of person. Well, they always had a lot of land and stuff, right? Come to find out, he left them a whole lot of land. Okay, he left them a whole lot of land that's worth a big sum of money. Okay, and my mother keeps saying, "Dog, he wasn't around when I was growing up. I just didn't even. I never would have. Lord have mercy. I just never would have even thought that he would even think about me. You know what I mean?" So that's why I say, even still, people like that, they understand that what you get, it's not about you, it's about leaving something for the people that come behind you. My daddy started putting money away for us in 1979. Okay. In 1979, right when I was born, my dad started putting money and stuff away. He had he started doing some stuff, right? And so he understood that it wasn't just about him, it was about leaving behind something. And so then when I pass on off the scene, as my dad used to say, I've made sure some things are in place for my girls, right? I was telling my girls the other day, like, something happened, this, and that. Mama, we don't want to hear that. I said, look here, let me tell you something. If something happens to me, y'all ain't gonna even know, right? What I got for y'all better listen. And a lot of times people don't want to listen to that. Mama, we don't want to hear that. No, this is what I got in place for you. But people are so self-absorbed now. It's all about them. They don't think about their children. They don't think about leaving no generational wealth. They don't think about going to get insurance policies. I told one of my daughter's dads when I was talking to him about some insurance policies and stuff. And I guess he thought I was wanting to try to kill him. I said, motherfucker, they say you the hitter shit. Or was what you want thinking I want to try to kill you for hell. When I started talking to, I said, let me tell you something. I'm trying to leave at least 500 G's a piece for my girls. Okay. And the way to do that is, nigga, she gonna have to put some policies on you. You need to get some policies. Okay. And he was like, well, you know what? He called me back. He said, I thought about that. And I thought about I got a policy for him, and her name is on them. All of them name is on it. But I'm going to get some more policies because you're right. When we leave, they ain't really got nobody. I want my girls to be left wealthy. Okay. But people don't think about their children. They don't. Okay. They don't. And so we got to get back to the basics on that because the older people did it, right? The older people did it. What was left behind, okay? They left it behind for their children, their wives, or their husbands, and their children. People don't even have their business together because they're so selfish. They're too busy trying to make everybody else rich, and they ain't even got no insurance policy for their kids to bury their raggedy ass. That's the reason why I say, as Thaddeus Matthews say, hell, you can put their asses when they don't care. They sitting up, they dressed all up every day, ain't got no money, ain't got no policies, and then their kids left with the burden of bury them. Hell, you can put them in a damn box and throw their ass in the backyard and put some dirt on them then. Because they all only want to be remembered as the jewelry that they wore, and it ain't real. And the clothes that they wore, making some other generation, somebody else's generation, rich. Hell, all you got to go get a t-shirt, them cheap ass t-shirts, and put Balenciaga on it. That's all they doing, and selling it for $500 after they done bought the shirt for $2. Okay. So that's why I said we gotta start thinking about it. Y'all, I got into a whole lot of stuff, didn't I? I got into a whole lot of stuff. Okay, I went from trusting the process, forgiving yourself, move forward, and leave something behind for your kids. Okay. Because I'm leaving something behind for mine. My dad was real generous to us. He was real generous. And guess what? I works. I said, you know what? I meant that. My mom said, don't you touch no money. I said, I'm not. I'm gonna leave that behind for my children because I was get ready to go buy some. I was like, I'm gonna go buy some more. I'm gonna go buy some houses, but the market ain't right. Ain't no need of me wasting no money. I'll wait until the market crash because that's what it's gonna do. Y'all pay attention to the real estate and the land. I don't want nobody to lose their houses and stuff. But folks went buying houses when they got that stimulus money, when they was getting that PPP money, know damn well that they couldn't afford it. It's unfortunate they getting kicked out of them. And because God is a good God, a lot of the big businesses that was getting ready to that was buying up all of the properties and stealing the American dream, it ain't no money circulating like that. So they're upside down on them. See, God says, I'll take the money that's stored up for the rich and give it to the poor. They was intended to hijack. They have stole the American dream. Okay. That's what they have done. And people ain't even able to buy them because they trying to rent out houses for $1,500, $2,000, little shotgun houses. God ain't pleased with that. Okay, God ain't pleased. Okay. But leave something behind for your children. Leave something behind for your children. No, I ain't loaded. I wish I was, but I did go buy me a new car. I needed another car. Okay. I said I wish I could have did it like my dad. And my dad would go buy a brand new car and buy it and leave a year on it to so that he could take his credit up even more. I had to leave 2.5 years on it. Ain't none of my daddy. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. I really do appreciate you guys getting on here. And supporting the channel as you always do, right? But as I always say, work hard. That's right. And I believe God even bless those more who understand this about the generations to come. That's the reason why y'all always hear me talk about you know, when I'm talking about the younger generation, right? When you hear me talking about the younger generation. And I talk about how the OGs, they call them OGs, but in the Bible, really they're referenced as elders. The longer you live, you're supposed to obtain wisdom, right? So you're supposed to obtain wisdom, and you're supposed to pass that wisdom along to the people that come behind you. That's the reason why God whooping a lot of these black men raggedy, because they ain't doing that. They're not doing that. They're supposed to be leading the people like straight dropping all of them right. They're supposed to be instilling in them. Sit your ass down, trying to hop on her. He done pushed her over trying to get on her. He flat out attacking her now. You lay your ass down next to me. Okay? Like straight dropping them. They're supposed to be um Riley, I'm not playing with you. Y'all ain't never seen this dog this horny. Is you okay, Riley? Oh my God, Lord have mercy. I hate fussing at him, but oh Lord, Riley. He acting like a real man. Thank you, Maxa. I'm having to rub him. Yeah, he got a cage. I'm gonna put him in his cage. He watch. He cries. I'm rubbing his head to calm him down, child. Calm down, Riley. You're a good little puppy. Calm down. She will get him, then he will stop. As long as she's in heat, then he's wanted to mate. That's what it is. Am I doing him wrong, y'all? Not letting him mate? Is that abuse? Not letting them mate? I'm serious. Is it abuse not to let them mate when is it abuse not to let them mate when she is in heat? Because this little thing be sticking straight out. They locked up. Um, they locked up the other night. and they was stuck together backwards. She was turned one way, he was turned another way, like somebody had took some needle and thread and sewn their booties together. I ain't never seen nothing like it before in my life. I didn't know what to do. They was walking around like conjoined twins. I didn't know dogs can do that. I said, "What's going?" They said his wing in her. I said, "How is that?" They turned opposite ways. They booties stuck together. She was turned one way, he was turned another way, like conjoined twins. They were stuck. I ain't never in my life seen nothing like that. And it took them an hour to unlock. They said you can't separate them because you will hurt them real bad. They was like, do not pull them because it was I couldn't hardly take it. They was walking around like conjoined, like twins that were born joined together. His booty and her booty was stuck together. And they was walking backwards and stuff. She was walking forward and he'd have to walk backwards. Riley, he trying to get to her again. Who done this? As my chihuahuas locked up and was the same way, butts together, and they was looking at, yeah, they was looking at me. I guess he trying to lock up again. And my cousin was like, "No, dude, don't separate them." He said, "But one thing for sure, it's gonna be some babies to come now." They was locked up for a little. He was like, "Put them in a room," and I couldn't touch them. I was just I was almost devastated. I had never seen nothing like that because I'm trying to figure out how anything on this earth can have sex back. You know how did his little wing could be inside of her and they lock up and they turn opposite ways. How that happen? And he trying to lock up again. Riley, I'm looking at you. Yeah, I mean, and you are the reason I knew that they was doing it the other day because they went in the back, and so they was quiet, and then I started hearing something. I could hear him way in the back. I said, they do something going on. I said, get up here. What's going on? And they came up here locked backwards. I would have never known if he wasn't screaming so loud. Y'all, he the size of a teacup. And she the regular size Yorkie. He a Louisa Yorkie. Who done it says he wants to lock up again. That's what they do. The male swells up. Girl, he's so swole up. I ain't want to say nothing. Y'all, he's so yeah, he's so swole up. It's ridiculous. He bigger than some of these men. When I seen it the first time, I screamed. Remember, I was on live and I screamed real loud. It scared me. I didn't know dogs could be big like that, especially a cup Yorkie, and he didn't got big like that again. Remember the first time I seen it, I had not seen it. I said, "Ah, Lord Jesus, what's going on here?" It was dragging the floor, and I'm serious. It was dragging the floor. I thought he had got deformed some kind of way. I thought he was sick because it wasn't normal. And he done got like that again, y'all. It's dragging. I just didn't say nothing. It's dragging. I said, that's dog hanging longer than some of these men. And he the size of a teacup. Yeah, his 6 months is up. My sister claimed she was gonna come and get him in January. It's February. I really don't even know if she gonna ever come and get Riley ever again. Cause it's been over 6 months. Sis, I just need you to keep him for 6 months until I get my new place. I can't take him to live with my mama. I said, okay, I keep him. She was looking so pitiful. She had him on Facebook crying, my puppy for sale. I said, oh Lord, I can't let her sell him. So I took him in, and Lord, he horny. I didn't think a little, and he real sweet. He's way more mannerable than Remy is. He just you can't stop him when he in heat. He cries, y'all. He cries. And he don't cry about nothing else except for when he want a mate. And she way bigger than him. So we say, yeah, Riley mine. And she'll call once a month. I miss him. Let me see him on FaceTime. I said, okay. She had told me, I'm coming to get him. She said January the 7th. It's February the 3rd. I ain't heard from him. That's my half sister. It says it's a wrap. Riley is the big dog. I was looking at I see a girl on Facebook. She be selling her Yorkies for 3,200 and they leaves quick. See, Remy is all black and Riley is gold with some black in him, with some black on him. He's the Yorkie, the toy Yorkie that they have in the Yorkie shows where their hair get real long. And Remy is the other. If I had on some clothes, I'd turn the camera on and show y'all. Y'all know I be sitting in bed with no clothes on. I'm getting ready to get up now because I gotta take a shower and get out. It says January 7th ain't came yet. I know. Oh y'all, I gotta get out and work tonight. We got a sting that we gotta do. We gotta go into a club. This lady goes out and party in a Lord. I was like, I hope I know I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb because it's a white people's club. So it be mostly all white people. So I gotta have one of the white guys to go in with me, child. We just gonna act like we're an interracial couple. They stay pregnant 60 to 63 days, Miss Tamara, if you keep up with when they locked up. They locked up on February the 1st. They locked up on February the 1st. They locked up on February the 1st. He said, "Oh shit." I'm telling you, I be messing with him about his them clear blue eyes. He said, "I be listening to you how you be talking about." Oh Lord, he a cool white guy. I like him. He ain't prejudiced or nothing. I told him you ain't no blue eyed devil. I just be talking. All right, you guys, let me get off of here so I can take a shower and stuff. But I appreciate you guys getting on. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If well, I ain't gonna be able to get back on tonight because we're gonna be out all night. Now, if I'm wired up when I get home, probably at about 12 or 1, I might get on. If not, I will see you guys. I gotta go over to the studio tomorrow and cut a commercial for my client in my studio. That's the good thing about the green screen, y'all. Sometimes you don't have to go out. You can create stuff in front of the green screen. And he called, he was like, it's time for us to do a new commercial because they always advertising with me. I was like, okay, cool. I be loving it when they think it's time for a new commercial. Okay. All right, you guys. I love you guys. I'll talk with you later.